Hello, what's going on everyone? Welcome to my light side hero guide. I'm going to be showing you how to play each and every hero on the light side the best. And other than that, let's jump right into it.
Gonna lose an arm like this.
Really fast, I wanted to go over a couple blaster hero tips, which is, come on, just aim your gun. Headshots do extra damage, as you can see. I'll shoot fucking General Clink in the leg. Boom. Okay, does like a little bit of damage, and then I'm gonna hit him in the head once he regens his health. Boom, as you can see, much more damage. But what you're supposed to do, okay, so you see a giant General Clanka walking towards you. Okay, so he's going to swing at you, but see, he missed because he had a good roll. Swing at you again, miss. So while we're talking about this, jumping does help, just like in my other video, because you get to keep your momentum with literally like zero like recoil or like any attacks.
Fuck off, you fucking dickheads.
Alright, coming at the bottom, we got the boy Finn. He has his strengths, especially as a support character. He's strong, but first I'm showing you guys his Deadeye ability, which is probably his strongest ability, which gives you basically aimbot for all nearby enemies. His big boy ability, Big Deal, which gives everyone faster recharge, damage reduction, also that the people that are in his immediate radius, and also gives them extra health, which is actually a very strong ability for choke points. And yeah, as you can see, his R1 ability pulls out a little Glock, and you could really spam it and do like a decent amount of damage with it. But I'd say the best way to use Finn is not really offensively, it's to be more of an objective based hero. Even when you're in HVV, always stick by your teammates. If you do not stick by your teammates in HVV with Finn, you're going to die. Too well for you. But overall, Finn has his uses, but kinda underwhelming hero. Now let's move on to his best star cards. Right. For me, for Supremacy, I like to use all of his Deadeye cards, which the first one is Stay Calm, that gives 40% extra duration per kill while using his Deadeye ability. And then we got No More Running, which gives him 12 extra damage to his Deadeye ability for each shot of his Deadeye. And then Raise to Do One Thing, which increases the lock-on radius by 25%. For HVV and Galactic Assault, I like to run Beacon of Hope, which gives Finn his Big Deal ability 40% radius if 2 allies are nearby you, and then 1 resistance. It makes the recharge time of Big Deal reduced if it's affecting at least 3 allies, with of course No More Running, because it just extra damage for Finn. You kinda need it, dude. Next up, we got everyone's favorite furry, Chewbacca, dude. Chewbacca is a very strong hero, that's why I say that. Also, one of his weaknesses, I guess, is just that, you know, if he doesn't have his overload, he's a little bit not the best, but other than that, Chewbacca's pretty good. He gets a high health if you have a star card for him. His Wookiee Slam does a decent amount of damage. His blaster isn't like most other blasters, or it actually goes through block. And then on top of that, his freaking electric shock really stuns the enemies for a while. With Chewbacca's melee, does do more damage than what regular blaster hero melee's damages would do. But yeah, dude, I mean, Chewbacca, man, who doesn't like the giant furry monkey? For big game battle modes like Supremacy, I like to run his first, you always have to run bonus health. The next card is Charging Frenzy, which Chewbacca receives even less damage while using his Wookiee Charge Slam. And then we got Slammed, which makes his Wookiee Charge Slam do 50 damage if they're within half of the blast radius of it. Also, if you want to switch that out, I would recommend Echoing Roar, which for HVV setup, you keep bonus health on, and then you put on Furious Resilience, because Chewbacca needs that. You had to run Extended Shock. I mean, it gives you freaking 40% extra long shock duration.
Oh, but look at that caboose.
Right, the next blaster we got on the list is Lando Calrissian, baby, the freaking Coochie Slayer and cape wearing son. His blaster speed is unreal. He has a pretty good shock grenade, and then his middle ability, his lock on, could get multiple enemies at once, which is super mega clutch. So I mean, his smoke ability, it's I mean, you can shoot, see through the smoke ability when you hold L2 or left trigger. His shot grenade is not just a shot grenade, it also reveals enemy location as long as it's not detonated. Hey Lando, make sure you do your rolls correctly. When a Saber character comes up to you, make sure you time them and not just spam them. Yeah, that's Lando Balrizian for you. For the first one, I like to run hot and cold, of course. Gives Lando an increased health from 650 to 800 health. My second one for Supremacy and Galactic Assault is wide-eyed. And then I also like to run maximum efficiency, which if you lock on to 3 or more targets, the recharge is reduced by 40%. Now for HEV, keep on hot and cold for the extra health. Take off maximum efficiency and put it on for quick shock, which makes your disabler have an added shock duration of 30%. Next here we got on the list, we got everybody's favorite smuggler. I'm Han Solo, baby. Woo! Man, Han Solo, what to say about Han Solo? One of the best blaster heroes in the game. Just his set of abilities are so phenomenal. Or his blaster is just so gosh darn powerful. You could kill most things pretty quickly if you could get a couple of headshots. His only downsides is that probably that he has low health for a hero. And other than that, Han Solo is just a phenomenal hero. Yeah, Han Solo, the dirty man of space. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Also, you could stick the detonator to stuff, like to the wall. And you could just like leave it there, wait for someone to come out, then tap L1 again. Boom. Hey, Han Solo star card setup. Okay, so for Supremacy and for Galactic Assault, my first card I use is Broad Shoulders, which gives you 40% damage reduction while you're using shoulder charge, which, I mean, it's just not even just a great offensive tool, but when you have to make a quick escape, that 40% really helps you in the health department and staying alive. And then second one that you should probably always keep on is Air Burst, which Dead Knight charge will deal bonus damage if Dead Knighted while in mid-air, which is just phenomenal. And then my last one for big battle modes is Heavily Modified Blaster, because it gives you 25% overheat reduction for you. But for HEV, I keep on Broad Shoulders and Air Burst, but I switch out Heavily Modified Blaster to put on Smuggler's Wits, because this is a must card. Yes, it does make the cooldown of your other abilities take longer by 2 seconds, but just having that third roll is so vital in HEV. It makes you, if you could time your rolls right, almost an unstoppable beast.
No! No! No!
BB-8, even though he's kind of a meme, I cannot deny the greatness of BB-8. His L1 ability is great because it reveals enemy location and gives everyone that is nearby him faster recharge time for all their abilities. His shock prod damage is pretty good. He also has this freaking R1, his rolling charge ability that instant kills like most infantry except heavy. He captures things twice as fast, and when you have to hold down an objective like holding square on Galactic Assault, he also does that twice as fast. Probably his best ability is his freaking cable spin. It's just so powerful. It just damages everyone in his radius. To use BB-8 well, just always stay on the move. Just basically be annoying, basically. He's only gosh dang level 10. Which is one is having slow repairs, which gives him increased health generation by 100% when you get purple cards, which is just phenomenal. You have shielded roll that gives him up to 60% damage reduction, with having whirlwind, which is it just helps his cable spin ability, which is his strongest ability, I'd say.
Somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way.
Next up, we have maybe my personal favorite blaster hero in Battlefront 2, which is Princess Leia. Yeah, her normal blaster is a 3-round burst pistol, which is, it just does great damage if you know how to use it. And then if you hold L2 or left trigger, you could do a charge shot that instantly tracks on to enemies. Or she has some thermal detonators, which she comes with 3. It could go through a saber block, so extremely powerful. And for her R1 ability, she has a great team objective ability that you could put on objectives. It has a couple thousand health, I believe, so it could withstand a bunch of damage. And also on top of that, it heals all of your teammates 5 health per second, which is probably your most powerful ability and notorious one is her E11. It literally melts through people, especially if you hit your shots. It's an amazing ability. You could just kill everything in your path, basically. So this is Darth Vader, the highest health character in the game. E11, and as you can see, that was like, I think 3 seconds. Headshots against General Grievous with the E11. As you can see, Princess Leia easily won that fight. It wasn't even really close. If you get headshots, you're basically unstoppable. I'd say she's the most well-rounded blaster hero. That's probably why I like using her the most, because she could be offensive and defensive and very objective based as well. So it's all around. I think she offers the most as a blaster hero. So, and don't be that guy who just spams secondary fire in the back of the map for the whole match. Please actually play the game. And if you do, you're maybe just monkey. Okay, best dark arts for Princess Leia. Okay, the first card that I run for Princess Leia is High Spirit, because it raises the max health regeneration by 100, which is super important for blaster heroes, so it brings it up from 200 to 300. The second card for GA/Supremacy is Rebel Heart. Makes it so you receive less damage during it, so 25% damage reduction, which is crucial. And then my third one is another E11 star card, because I feel like it's her best and most powerful ability. It allows you to shoot it longer, if that makes sense. It allows you to shoot more shots with it. That's what it means, basically. That's the 55%. For objective-based maps, shield durability is extremely strong, because it gives the shield health 25% more. So if you want to sit on the back of the map like monkey, you can use laser brains. Okay, HPV. Basically, I keep it the same. I'm gonna be honest with you. I keep High Spirits on for the health regeneration. Rebel Heart, of course, you always need that damage reduction. If I didn't run one of these E11 ones, I'd probably run Fearless in that mode, because the blast radius is increased.
Hello there.
And those of you that don't know, there is a mechanic of parrying in this game. It is extremely simple, but it is while you're holding block, whether that's L2 or LT, while you're holding your block button, and while you're holding your block and someone strikes at you, you could parry it back like that. So you can, as you can see, I'm at full health, and all of my damage went right through his block just from it. Does drain some of your stamina, but you literally take 0 damage, and that you could literally almost parry everything in this game. Basically, the only thing you can't parry is your broken marriage, and which is soldier sensitivity. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'll give you an example. Everyone has a dash strike ability, which you could spin in circles with, that goes kind of slow. I'm on 50 soldier sensitivity right now, and I'm going to show you how that looks like. It looks like this.
Let's speed this up.
As you can see, a major difference in the speed. It's also for it's for turning around, being able to block faster. But every single Saber character in this game, if you hit someone from the behind, it does 40% more damage. And as you can see right there, out there I was at 518, and from the front I do 538. So it was just trying to quickly dash behind someone before they could react in time and getting that free damage. Okay, another major mechanic that you need to really get a hold of early is baby jump. And what you want to do with the baby J or baby jump is that you want to just like tap it. Now after you master the little baby jump, also press the Saber attack button. And why this is important is that, as you can see, it's pretty fast, even with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, also for taking out troopers and stuff, a lot of times it's just more consistent. As you can see right there, I was able to get that damage off. Also, you can use baby jump while someone is jumping in the air. So, like that. Keep in mind, while you're baby jumping, you're very vulnerable to it.
Working on the weekends like usual.
Okay, Yoda. We got the boy Yoda. You already know. So first of all, he has his L1 ability, which charges up, and then you could do it like that, where it does more damage and it expands while people shoot at it. So very powerful ability. Yoda's next ability is his L1 R1 at the same time, which is his presence. That gives him and his allies in his radius bonus health. It's also used to get out of like Saber abilities, or if you're frozen, or in Darth Vader's choke, you could press it and you'll instantly get out of it. So, but to use Yoda effectively in most modes is Just like most other heroes, just swing 1, 2, and then dash. Or another thing that's good to do with Yoda is swing once, and then dash. Just like baby jump, like that. You just tap X, then press R2. Okay, the best star cards, my best Supremacy / Galactic Assault star cards for Yoda. The first one that I run in CS is Jedi Mentor. It gives Yoda 8% less overall damage, whether that's from explosives, blaster bolts, or from saber strikes or whatever. You reduce 8 damage. Field of Force is just 60 more bonus health to his presence ability. This is the one you accidentally keep on during Supremacy and Galactic Assault. Its size matters not. While you have your presence ability on, your bonus health, the yellow extra health that you get, any of that is damaged within that time where you have presence on, you will earn 50% of that into your actual health if you took damage during that time. Which have the agility card, because agility is extremely powerful. I see a lot of great Yoda players using this in Supremacy and GA. It gives Yoda extra dash strike with only 10% decreased recharge rate, which is like very minimal. Earn it I have for Supremacy, which just makes his force push ability, when you charge up blaster bolts, it gets bigger and bigger while people shoot at it. For HVV, my HVV Yoda setup. Alright, you had to run opposing the dark side because it gives Yoda 16 more damage with the sabers to enemy villains. Second one that I run in HVV is agility, because also with his dash strike or dash attack, he goes through block with it. Lightsaber mastery that decreases the stamina drain of your saber swings. And sometimes I run presence, enduring presence, which just makes his presence ability last for 5 seconds longer.
You were the chosen one!
Supposed to be the chosen one, as you are. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Quick R1 is his dash strike, where he deflects all incoming fire from the front. And with the star card, he's able to one-hit kill all infantry except heavy, so very powerful. And then his L1 ability is his force push, which is his mind trick, which any enemies that you hit, they cannot do their abilities for a certain amount of seconds. And then, just like I was saying with other characters, learn strike twice dash, strike twice dash. As you can tell, unlike most other heroes, Obi-Wan is actually very viable to deflect blaster bolts back at the enemy. Hello there. Okay, so for my best star cards for Supremacy and Galactic Assault, which is Jedi Resilience. This card makes Obi-Wan such a tanky beast of a hero. Second card I like to run for Supremacy and GA. This first one is Quick and Focus, that makes the charge up time of All Out Push slightly shorter. Is Forward. It makes his defensive rush ability do 40 more increased damage. Without this, you will not be one-shotting any infantry. Not where you're having a hard time staying alive, or just want to stay on objective, I definitely recommend Perfect Defense. HEV star card setup. Literally, almost nothing changes. All that I do is switch out Quick and Focused, and I put it on Perfect Defense.
Bold and brave. More like belongs in the trash! Ah!
Offering me a joke. We got the girl Rey. Rey's strike attack, while you do by pressing L1. I'll demonstrate it again. It could instantly kill most infantry except heavy if you had the right star card on. And I'll do insight right now. As you can see, I'm able to locate enemies that are around me, and it gives me more stamina, basically, more saber damage, which will still take 2 strikes to kill one enemy, because it just brings it to 120 to 130. So then her R1 ability, which is her mind trick, which just makes enemies, it makes their controls like go in reverse, so it's hard for a lot of actual players, but of course against these bots they know how to counter it well. Another strength of Rey is that she has pretty good stamina. This is my best Supremacy setup for Rey. The first card I like to run is Resilient Dash, because it gives Rey's dash strike 40% damage reduction. I like to run his Damaging Strike, which makes Rey's dashing strike do 30% bonus damage per hit, which isn't true. It just does the 30% damage right off the bat. And you have to run Focus Sight. This is maybe Rey's most powerful ability. Now for HEV, this does switch a little bit. You keep on Focus Sight because this is like, why would you not? It's like to run Deep Mind, which makes Rey's mind trick have a 30% longer duration on people revealed by insights, which if you have this card, it's gonna be almost all the time that something with a little bit more damage. And with mind trick you could use Opportunist, that makes So, the best way to play the Chosen One. Of course, with Anakin, try to always sidestep the opponent since you're a bigger body. You could do that easily. Then, with one of his star cards, he could one-hit kill infantry. We're gonna just do like this, like so. Be able to do a baby jump with him. His baby jump is one of the best in my opinion. Be a fast moving Anakin, that's one of my biggest. And always do the pull then heroic might combo, because literally the enemies can't do anything about it. It's a there's no ragdoll immunity, so it's kind of OP. There's a passionate strike that allows him to go through enemy saber block, but it's very lengthy, has a very lengthy animation, and it's easily dodgeable, and you have no block while you're in it, so you're very vulnerable to attack. But if you play him slowly and all that, you're gonna get caught up eventually. Oh yes, and I finally got Anakin's, I forgot to mention Anakin's last and final ability, which might be his strongest, which is Retribution, that chokes all the enemies that are around him, like so. And he also gets damage reduction while he's in it, and it will kill most infantry. For Supremacy, this does switch a bit, but for the most part recently, I've been keeping on massive strikes that makes Anakin be able to one-hit infantry except heavy. Once you get used to attraction, you really don't want to take it off. Just the power you have with Anakin, being able to pull back heroes. Supremacy in GA, you had to run raw strength. This also allows you to one-shot infantry except heavy with my HEV setup. So I always keep on attraction, control the force, which just makes, those are basically the ones that I run. Sometimes Luke is basically like Ricardo Milos going against a bunch of Chad betas. Of course, Luke Skywalker, the strongest light side hero. All of his abilities are phenomenal. He's the fastest swing speed in the game, I believe. Also, doing the baby jump with him is also very consistent. Just get swing, then dash, go on to the next enemy. Swing, R1, next enemy. His middle ability is L1, R1. Can go through Saber block, as you can see, I was able to still get the 40 damage with a special start card that I'll show you in a minute. Look how great Luke's offensive stamina is this. Okay, so I'm just gonna swing at it like a madman, which isn't the smartest thing to do. As you can see, I could keep up with Kylo Ren's stamina, which is very surprising, because Kylo Ren has some of the best defensive stamina in the game. It's very underrated. But yeah, I mean, Luke, you can't really complain with Luke once you learn how to play him. I mean, and also, yeah, so that's Luke. Number 1, Luke freaking Skywalker, baby. What everyone's been waiting for, baby. Woohoo! Let's go. We got Luke, baby. Maybe the strongest hero in this game. Definitely the strongest light side hero in this game. And you do not want to get in the way of like a sweaty Luke. You do not. Okay, now let's get to his big battle mode star cards that I personally think are the best in one. Epicenter makes his repulse ability do 40 more damage when people are within the target, half of its radius, which is extremely strong. And it also cuts through block for some reason against Saber heroes, so it's like something you could use to always go through enemy block. And the second card I run is always extended push reach, which just makes his L1 his force push, which instantly kills most infantry, by the way. Have a 30% longer reach. This intensify, which for every trooper defeated or 200 damage to villain, or every 200 damage you do to villains, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber damage increases by 2 every single time to a maximum increased damage of 36, which is just insane. And to say his Jedi reflexes, I do have to mention, because it makes Luke be able to do 1 extra rush. Now for HEV, keep on Epicenter, because this is so strong. I feel like you should run Jedi Fighter, because the way you should play Luke in HEV is just being the most offensive dude that you know. Just being able to just go super offensively against villains, keeping them on their toes, right, is still very viable. Extended push reach for HEV. Just being able to hit enemies from farther away. So that's normally the third one that I run for HEV, but thank you everyone for watching, and I know this video took me a bit longer to make, but I'm glad I finally was able to put it out. And if this video helped you at all, make sure to drop a like and share this video. And other than that, I'll be seeing all of you next time.